What is up, Lions Nation? I am the Soul Man. That is the Stat Man. And this is We Are Lions Nation podcast. And we are live. It's Friday night. We got the Lions taking on the Cowboys tomorrow night in prime time. Stat Man, how pumped are you for this game?
Oh, I'm pumped. And then I'm going to correct you. It's the Cowgirls, okay? And it's the Cowgirls from here on out. The Cowgirls are going to get spanked tomorrow night by the Lions. I'm going to love it. I'm going to watch it. And this game is going to be one of those key games that just tells you where this team is at right now.
Yeah, I seen the Cowboys get beat, especially by the run game, but this is prime time in Dallas. So the Cowgirls, I don't know. I think they're going to be in for a little tough matchup. Hey, everybody. Thank you for those of you that have subscribed to our podcast. We are at 235 subscribers on that march to 500. So thank you all very much for your support. As always, we appreciate it. Hey, and Statman and I were just talking before the show came on. Remember, we are open to taking guests anytime. Anybody wants to come on here and talk Lions football, let me know. We can bring you right on. It doesn't take very long.
Yeah, even if you want to hop in right now.
Yep.
Send us a message. We'll send you a link.
Yeah, it doesn't take
long.
Let's
get in.
We used to have this thing full, like 10 people.
Yeah, and it got hectic, though.
Yeah.
That's not happening ever again.
No, I agree. But we did have that many people.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Nobody could talk, and everybody was talking over each other, and yeah. We got 2 people in here so far. Throw some comments in, conversate. This is a huge game we got coming up on Saturday. Huge. This is a big game for us. For that game, the injury report, Gardner Johnson out, James Houston out, Brock Wright out, and Cameron Sutton is listed as questionable with a toe injury. Other than that, nobody else is listed as out or questionable.
Now that Cam Sutton injury kind of scares me because he's our number 1 corner. So
yeah, I didn't see that until today. So yeah, So I was going to ask you what stood out there the most. Obviously, we already know the deal with Gardner Johnson, James Houston. We know what's going on with them. We had kind of expected this. Knew Brock Wright was probably going to be out, but Cam Sutton is brand new, so that is a little worrisome.
Yeah, it definitely is, especially locking up CD Lamb. We got some dangerous receivers we're going against with Cowboys. Brandon Cooks, CD Lamb, Michael Gallup, Jake Ferguson, their tight end. He's just as dangerous. We really got to be on our A game this weekend, and having somebody down like Cam Sutton is going to hurt us. What's up, Vic?
Yeah, what's up, Vic? Vic says, I'm putting my money on the Lions. I did.
Yes, sir.
In real life. BD Buster says, how about the release of Comida? Comida? I got that right?
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know what he's talking about. I have no idea. BD, I don't know what you're talking about on that one. The head-to-head, Lions passing offense, ranked number 9, is going against the passing defense of the Cowgirls, which is 8th. Lions run offense 4th versus the Cowgirls run defense is 12th. The Cowgirls pass offense 10th versus the Lions pass defense, which is 16th. Cowgirls run offense 14th. Lions run defense 4th. So I think going back to what you were just talking about, looking at this, I think that Cowboys offense, especially that receiving core, is probably going to be, on paper, the Lions' biggest test coming into this game.
Now, yeah, and then you got a big quarterback in Dak Prescott, he reminds me a lot of Ben Roethlisberger. They better be weary. He can get out of the pocket just as well as a Lamar Jackson or anybody else, and he's bigger bodied. He can take a hit by a big guy up top. So you got to tackle him low. You got to be able to wrap up, finish your tackle, and don't let him outside of the pocket.
BD says Jason Kimbella. I don't know anything about that.
I don't know who Kimbella is.
No.
Is he maybe meaning Cabinda?
That could be. Vic says, I'm hope they put Pollard on his ass. Yes. I don't think, I mean, if you, on paper, again, it's on paper, I think our run defense could handle Pollard. It's really the passing that I'm worried about. And it seems like it, but I've seen this defense as of late get the turnovers, make plays to get those turnovers with interceptions. They are playing a lot better, but a guy like Cam Sutton not being there, that, I don't know, that could hurt us. But has Sutton been playing all that great? I don't think so. I've said that a few weeks back. I feel like every time there's an open receiver, he's been the one that was supposed to be guarding him. I feel like. I don't know. I feel like he could step it up a little bit.
The thing that the Lions have going for them over the Cowboys is we have this team-built atmosphere. You know, we have a goal. We got the NFC North title. Now we actually are within reach of getting the number 1 seed in the NFC. And it is huge. We're not done playing for anything. We got something to play for. I don't know if you remember at the end of last year, we had nothing to play for when the Lambeau Field and stopped Aaron Rodgers. We basically sent him packing from Green Bay. I think we still have that same mindset. And remember, Dallas Cowgirls, are undefeated at home. We're going to go into their home field. We're going to give them the first loss of the season in Dallas. That is, at most, probably top priority as a team for us. And we are an actual team. Dallas Cowboys is Cowgirls are a bunch of high-paid, high-profile guys on one team that can't play as a team. You see it from week to week. They have breakdowns on their team. Either it's CeeDee Lamb wanting the ball or it's Tony Pollard complaining because he doesn't get the ball enough. Dak Prescott's a little crybaby. I swear, this Cowboys team is not as good as people think that they are. I've seen so many holes in their offensive game plan and their defense, especially in the run game aspect of it. The Buffalo Bills, wasn't it the Buffalo Bills? No, it was the Miami Dolphins last week that beat him pretty bad running the ball. And
it was the week before they got beat pretty bad running the ball.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row, the Cowboys got beat by the run game. And what is one of our strongest things? Running the ball.
Yeah. Got to stick to it. Got to give Montgomery and Gibbs the ball.
Yep. I think we feed Montgomery and Gibbs. That opens up the pass like usual. And then the Lions could have one hell of a game against the Cowboys if that happens.
And another thing is I see teams playing against Cowboys that have had success against their defense and their really good pass rush because they have a really good pass rush and a very good defense. But what's happening is their D-line is rushing down the field so fast. I don't know if you remember when the Lions had Gunther Cunningham as the defensive coordinator, and they had that wide 9 technique. Our ends were getting in every single time, and Ndamukong Suh was getting in every single time. What they would do is do a delayed handoff, And then all of a sudden, all their defensive linemen are way past the line of scrimmage. The running back just sneaks out. You remember us getting killed in the run game because of that?
Yep.
Their defensive line isn't staying home for the run. So we can use that to our advantage, especially with somebody like Gibbs or Montgomery. Just sneak right by, get a good chunk, 20-yard, 30-yard run, maybe even bigger. I honestly see Gibbs getting home run type of run, 70 plus in this game. That's how weak this Dallas rush defense is.
Yeah, and I'll agree with you going back. They do have some dangerous guys as far as the pass rush goes. But I think Sewell can handle that. We got to catch up here. Victor says, I think Dak will throw 2 to 3 picks. Amy's in the house says, Detroit Lions announced 4 roster moves, including the release of 5-year vet Jason Kabinda waived. Michael Badgley signed from practice squad. So that is what he was referring to. BD was referring to. Thank you for the information. Victor says, yeah, but has anybody beat Dallas at home this year?
Nope, they're undefeated at home right now.
And the Lions are undefeated in primetime.
4-0.
Amy says, just found that out on Detroit Lions News. Thank you, Logan's mom, for jumping in there and grabbing that for us. Appreciate that. Look at you coming up with all the facts.
Oh, what do you expect? It's Statman's mom.
So I was just going to say, damn it, you beat me to it. The mom of the stat man coming up with the stats. It's amazing.
I think our key to winning this game, though, is keeping Dallas off the field offensively. Running the ball, running the clock, controlling the game clock, getting first downs. I don't care if we rush for 3 yards every time. Rush for 3 yards, run for 4 yards, run for 5 yards. That's going to add up. It's going to do a number on that defensive line. They're going to get tired real quick, Dallas' defense being on the field all the time. And then on defense, we got to get quick stops. Get back onto the field, put their defense back on the field, and just keep running the ball down their throat. That's how I see us winning this game. Also, you have to remember they have one of the most dangerous kick returners in the league in Turpin.
Yep.
Turpin needs to be not kicked to at all. Let's not make a mistake like we used to with Devin Hester. That guy can take one back for 6 real quick.
Yeah, there's no other Devin Hester, though. That guy every time could take it back no matter what team he was playing against. Every time he got the ball. BD
he proved
says,
in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, twice. Was it 2 in the Super Bowl?
I know he had the opening kickoff, returned 4 touchdowns because the Colts.
One too. BD says, I was just saying they finally released Jason, our fullback, today.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been hurting us, not having him, so.
Dane says, what's up, boys? What's up, Dane?
What's up, Dane?
Sorry I'm late. No problem. Thank you for hopping in. Appreciate
Better
it.
late than never.
That's right.
And tell Avery and Aubrey Uncle Logan says hi.
You got it. Let's take a gander at our score predictions. No, I don't want to do that first. I don't want to do that next. Next, what I want to do is take a gander at the current playoff picture right now as it sits. We'll start over on the A side. Ravens sitting at number 1, Miami number 2. If it started right now, they play the Colts, who are number 7. Chiefs are sitting at number 3, would play the Bills at number 6. Jags at number 4 would play the Browns at number 5. On our side of the ball, Niners are sitting at number 1, Eagles at number 2, Lions number 3, number 4 the Bucks, 5 Cowboys, 6 Rams, 7 Seahawks. As you can see, Philly would take on Seattle. We would take on the Rams, and the Bucks would take on the Cowboys in the first round if it started right now. We know we have 2 games left, so we know that that's probably going to change. I honestly, and that brings us back to your point, Statman, of the fact that we still could take that 1 seed spot.
Yes, we could. It's all in our hands right now. Got to finish out. We got to beat Dallas. We got to beat Minnesota at home. And we got to hope that Matt Stafford and the Rams gives us a hand and takes out the 49ers last game of the season.
It's going to turn out to be interesting. And I don't want to get too far off the Lions, but the entire playoff picture this year is very interesting and very tight. Even in the AFC, it's pretty tight. And then what's not shown are all the teams that are in the hunt that are right there with the same record that could just pop right in and take one of those spots, especially where the Seahawks are. The Seahawks are right there with a bunch of other teams, including Minnesota, including Green Bay, are all right there.
Well, even in the NFC South, where the Buccaneers have the lead right now at 8-7, there's 2 teams behind them with New Orleans and Atlanta that are both 7-8. So that could easily switch too. So you could see Atlanta or New Orleans possibly sneaking in there as well.
And then on the other side, Baltimore's sitting at number 1, but then you got Miami who's right there. And I believe those two are going to be playing soon. And then on our side, you got Dallas, and we're playing Dallas tomorrow. And that's why this is such a big game. There's a lot of playoff. If we lose, does that take us out of the number 1 seed contention right away?
Yes.
It does. So there is a pretty big – I mean, we won't get kicked out of the playoffs at all, but that's not a worry. We won the division. But this could be the first time we've won the NFC North and had the number 1 seed. I don't know if we've ever had the number 1 seed ever. I don't think. Probably not.
No, never. And another thing is, too, could you imagine the atmosphere in Detroit with the number 1 seed throughout the playoffs, having home field advantage? Could you imagine how Ford Field would be? That city will be in an uproar. We might even set records for the amount of noise that our crowd creates during a game. I mean, I'm like in disbelief that we even have a chance for it, but that chance gives us hope. And I think that's going to drive our team tomorrow night against Dallas. We owe them one for them ripping us off in that playoff game back in what was it, 2014?
Yeah,
back in 2014 when we got ripped on that pass interference call that they picked up and waved after they called the penalty and everything, announced it to the TV and everything, and then picked it up and freaking waved it off. Horse crap.
Not this time.
They're not America's team anymore, and they just need to get. They need to get with the times.
Yep.
This team right here, Detroit Lions, baby, America's new team.
Right now, in your honest opinion, who is the scariest team in the NFC that we would have to face in the playoffs right now?
Scariest team, I would say, is LA Rams.
Over the rest of them? Over the 49ers and the Eagles?
Yeah. Stafford and that team right now are hot. Since Cooper Kupp has gotten back into the offense, they rank first in almost every single category offensively.
Yeah, they are hot. And the 49ers just lost pretty badly. I mean, they got pretty beat. And then the Eagles are starting to go down in a downward trend too. So I think I agree with you on that one.
Well, then on top of that, 49ers offensive line is so banged up right now. They ran out of reserve offensive line in that game.
Yeah, they did. What did they get down to they had like one guy left and he came in.
They're down to their last reserve offensive line because Trent Williams got hurt in that game, and then his backup got hurt, and they put in the third guy, which was their only guy they had left in the reserve to play. So that's going to be a big thing for the 49ers because they can't protect Brock Purdy. I mean, you see what happened.
Also went out in that game.
Yeah. He got benched for Sam Darnold, even though he was healthy enough to come back in.
Yeah, and they were kind of thinking that maybe that was precautionary because they were getting their butts kicked, but Victor says, I hope we play the Rams. Dane says, this whole season has been weird. Anyone could beat anyone.
And then I want to bring up on the AFC side, the most dangerous team I think is on the AFC side, Cleveland Browns.
Oh, Joe Flacco.
Not only that, but that defense. I'm telling you what, Joe Flacco, man, he looks like he's in his prime again. 38 years old.
Flack attack.
Throwing over 350 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Did you see the video of him? I shared it earlier. Did you see it?
Yeah.
He was sleeping. After he's winning on the sideline, he started passing out. But how about that? That's kind of a cool story to see him come in there and do so well. You know, and if you think about his old team, if you talk AFC, I think the Baltimore Ravens are super dangerous right now too. I mean, they went and took a team like the 49ers and just gave them an ass whooping. They gave us an ass whooping. They're not a team to mess around with. Lamar Jackson is healthy, and he's playing really well right now.
I think a team that could take out the Ravens is the Browns, division rival. That defense is nasty for Cleveland. And I'm telling you what, they're in the same boat as we are. How long has it been since they've been in the playoffs? It's been a while.
How crazy would that be, eh? Lions versus Browns.
Wouldn't that be an insane Super Bowl?
It'd be the Super Bowl that no one saw coming. I am going to say this right now. I do not think the Chiefs make past the wild card.
Oh, no, the Bills will smoke them. If they play the Bills first round, they're done.
The Chiefs look horrible. Patrick Mahomes is not Patrick Mahomes right now. Taylor Swift's there, though, so that's good. Lions look good this year. Hope they keep it up, says Facebook user. Victor says America's Team 2.0. It's us.
There's also a conspiracy theory that Taylor Swift has been a longtime Eagles fan. And she is intentionally dating Travis Kelce to ruin the Chiefs from the inside out.
Well, you know what? Kelsey's thinking about one thing. That's it. All game long. He's only thinking about one thing. Getting the game over so he can go back to the hotel, wherever Taylor Swift is. That's all he's thinking about. He's not doing shit. And Mahomes is pissed because his wife's not as hot. So that's what's happening. Facebook user says Eagles. I think they're referring to who our biggest threat would be. Also says Ravens. Ben Robinson in the house. What's up, Ben? Big Ben. Haven't seen you in a long time. He says playoffs will be different this year.
Oh yeah, it's a toss up. It's who wants it more.
I like that what Dane said about the whole season has been weird because it really has been. There are teams in the playoffs right now that were not expected to be in the playoffs. I expected the Lions to be in the playoffs, so I'm not counting them. But the Browns is one for sure that I was not expecting to be in the playoffs. And then
maybe me and you expected the Lions to be in the playoffs, but the professionals all said we'd win maybe 8 games if we're lucky.
Yeah, well, they can go.
All of them.
You know where they could go.
But they're the so-called professionals. They also said the Bears were going to win our division. Where are they sitting right now?
Dead last.
It's horrible.
Who do we got?
I don't even know how these guys have jobs.
We do better than they do. Ben says, been working. Uncle Bud is in the house. What's up, Uncle Bud? And Mike B says the Browns with exclamation points. Yeah, I picked up Joe Flacco and I put him on the bench.
You remember when we called out before the season started? We asked how many wins we thought the Lions were going to get. I said 11,
I don't remember what I said.
and we're sitting at 11 right now. So we're going to go. I think it's going to be 13.
So you're saying we win out?
Yeah.
I agree with that. I think we can definitely beat Minnesota again. And I think let's take a look at the score predictions. I think it's going to be a close one in Dallas, but I think we beat them by 3. Wait. Yes, by 3. And Statman, you got it kind of close, but a little more of a gap than I do.
I think it's going to be 31-24. Dallas is going to have the ball, at the end of the game to try to tie it up. We're going to get the ball back and then run it down their throat and score again.
I think we're going to kick a field goal and win it. So I think it's going to happen. And Dominican Sue's going to kick it. It's going to blow everyone's mind. The nation scores. You guys' score predictions are on the bottom. Thank you guys for jumping in on the We Are Lions Nation Facebook group page. If you're not a part of that page, jump on. That's where you'll get all of the information for the shows that are upcoming. We do poll questions on there, and then we feature those on the podcast as well. So make sure you're participating. And again, thank you to all the subscribers. We're at 235 on that way to 500. And Statman, before we go, why don't you let anybody that might be new watching what happens if you like, subscribe, and share our content over and over again and be a participant?
The person that likes, comments, shares our content, interactive on our group page, I personally am going to purchase an autographed jersey from any player that's on the team currently. They have to be a current Lions player. I will purchase you an autographed jersey and have it sent straight to your house.
And I cannot participate.
No, unfortunately, Andy cannot participate even though he really wants somebody and he wants me to buy him a jersey, but I can't do that. That just wouldn't be fair. I mean, he's the top share of our content, so he'd automatically win.
Facebook Guru says tomorrow is going to be tough. I think it's going to be a good game. 27-17 Lions. Got it by 10. Ben says Chiefs ran their run. They made their money. It's over here for us. Last home game, still high price for Taylor Swift performance. Ben is a Lions fan too, but he does live down in Missouri. So he's also a Chiefs fan. So haha to you.
Hey, I got to tell you, if anybody is interested in trying to find a job that pays decent, be an NFL water boy. I found out they make $60,000 a year.
What?
Plus the NFL, yes. Plus the NFL pays for their travel and their food expenses, and they get to hang out with all these top players. I would be a water boy all day long. Come on, sign me up.
Where is that application? I would move.
You can apply on NFL's website.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm out of here, kids. I'm going to be a water boy for the NFL. See you later. That would be my ultimate dream. Would be do something especially with the Lions organization. Who wouldn't want to do that? Eh? That would be amazing.
I'd do it for any organization. It wouldn't change my fandom of the Lions. I can tell you that.
Just be wearing Lions gear on the sideline of the other team.
I would absolutely turn it down if it was Chicago, Green Bay, or Minnesota, though. Fuck those teams.
Ben says 20 years here. Statman, it's at that 30-minute mark. There's one thing left that has to be done.
that Lions fight song, baby, by your one and only Statman. We're going to get this dub tomorrow night in Dallas. We're going to give them their first loss of the season at home. Them Cowgirls are going to be crying all the way to their next game. I don't care. Cowgirls suck. We're going to prove it tomorrow night. The Lions are better. We're going to win out. We're going to get that number 1 seed. Let's go, baby. Forward down the field, a charging team that will not yield. And when the blue and silver waves, stand and cheer the brave. Rah, 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 go hard, win the game. With honor you will keep your friend down the field and gain a Lions victory. Go Lions! One pride, baby. Let's go, Detroit.
Let's go. Prime time. Lions, Cowboys. Can't wait. Thank you guys all for watching and jumping in. We appreciate you all. We will see you guys Sunday night for our post-game show. And hopefully we're talking about a Lions win.
Hey, don't be giving that doubt here, okay? We'll be talking about that Lions victory.
That's right.
I'll be rubbing it in all them Cowgirls' faces. Screw America's old team. It's on to America's new team. Detroit, baby. Detroit versus everyone.